You walk into a room and instantly blend into the background. You look in the mirror, feeling tired and drained, and assume you just drew a bad hand in the genetic lottery. This chart maps out a default cycle, the reactive mode. It is an operating system defined by passively consuming information and reacting to external pressures. Watch how inputs dictate output. When you prioritize late-night screen time and immediate comfort, the system begins to stall. Your body reflects this state of survival. Your shoulders round forward into a slouch, your energy levels drop, and because you are constantly pumping cortisol, your face carries a tense, exhausted look that no amount of caffeine can fix. That physical drain infects your mind. You start complaining to fill the silence, engaging in negative self-talk, and treating every disagreement like a courtroom battle you have to win just to feel some sense of control. We tend to blame our appearance on DNA, but these invisible, reactive habits are the real culprits. They are the daily decisions that quietly erode your physical presence and mental sharpness. To reverse this, you have to replace that passive programming with the architect mode. Instead of accepting the default settings of your life, you take deliberate control over your micro decisions. This chart visualizes a hard truth. While genetics provides your starting frame, maintenance dominates the final result. Most of what we perceive as glow or magnetism comes down to the work you do after you're born. You start with the foundational inputs. You treat 7 to 9 hours of sleep as a biological repair period for your skin and brain, and you view whole foods as the cellular fuel that actually builds your hair and energy. Then you fix the mechanics. Constantly looking down at a phone forces the head forward and causes the jawline to sag against the neck. But when you pull your shoulders back and imagine a string pulling you upward, your entire silhouette shifts. By treating your body as an active project rather than a passive object, you build a baseline of physical confidence that stays with you, regardless of your specific features. That physical discipline is just the floor. The architect also knows that staying in a comfort zone is the fastest way to stay weak, so they intentionally seek out friction. David Goggins is the extreme example of this. He started out overweight and depressed, spraying bugs for a living, until he decided to lose over 100 pounds in 3 months to qualify for military service. He pushed through the grueling reality of SEAL training to prove that human limits are almost always psychological. He learned that when the body wants to quit, the mind still has plenty of room to grow. You install this same resilience by choosing the harder path daily, whether that's a cold shower, a difficult workout, or the decision to stop making excuses when things get uncomfortable. This shift changes how you see failure. Instead of an emotional setback, failure becomes a set of data points you can use to tweak your system and try again. It's the same data Michael Jordan used after being cut from his high school basketball team. It's what Steve Jobs relied on after being fired from Apple. And it's how Oprah Winfrey responded when she was told she wasn't fit for a career in television. Mental toughness is built, not inherited. It comes from leaning into friction and refusing to play the victim when life gets heavy. While the reactive mind is often loud and impulsive, the architect operates with quiet power. In a chaotic situation, they don't snap back. They pause. They take a breath, count to 5, and observe the environment before responding. They use a strict filter for their energy, ignoring things they cannot change, like the news or other people's opinions, to focus entirely on actionable steps. In social settings, they listen more than they speak. They ask questions to understand the other person, rather than arguing to win, which naturally draws people in and allows the truth to surface. To sustain this, you cannot rely on motivation. Motivation is a feeling that disappears when you're tired. You need the daily discipline to show up and execute these habits, even when you don't feel like it. By mastering your physical inputs, seeking out mental friction, and practicing the pause, you change your energy. You move from being invisible to being undeniable. Now the choice is yours. Close this video and slide back into the reactive default, or you can stand up and take your first active step as the architect right now.